Welcome back everyone in the channel, and before we start the main topic of the video, I have some news for the crowd. So we have reached some really nice achievements while I was not creating any content. So for example, the Wearing the Third One video has reached the 1000 views, and the channel has reached today 60 subscribers. And as you can see, I have bought a new camera, so right now you are at least going to see what I am showing to you. And I would like to say thank you for those achievements I mentioned, and it gives me a lot of support to keep up my work. And I also would like to apologize a little bit for being offline for a while, but sadly I had to learn for my final exams, but right now I have some free days before the exams, so I decided to make some content today. So let's jump on today's topic, which is going to be the replica shovels. I want to talk about, basically I will tell my own experience with them, and I will tell how I feel why you shouldn't use them, because I am on the point you really shouldn't use the replica shovels which they sell on the market. Soon in the video I will tell this in a more wild way. So to begin with, I have with me now a replica shovel, and I will have with me now in original shovel, and we are going to compare them to each other, and I will and you will see till the end of the video why I don't really recommend to use the replicas. So let's start with the replica first. So here we have it. This one is sold by Nestov, and from the TSR 1943 stamping, which is horrible to be honest. It's made by Sturm in Germany. And to start with, this shovel was aged, so as new it doesn't come like this, so the wood is more brighter, and it's painted for some reason in black paint, and also it's a little bit more rusty now, so it was well used. This is not my shovel, to be honest. This was donated to one of my friends for the video, but I had absolutely the same replica shovel when I was using a replica years ago. To start with, what I like in these shovels basically is only the price, because they are pretty cheap. They are between 20 and 30 euros. And there's another type of replica shovel which is sold by the British, I believe, and it has, I don't have it here, but it has almost the same issues as this shovel. But let's talk about the one which is with me. So to start with the issues, I've already mentioned the stamping, this TSR 1943 stamping here on the shovel. This was not a thing. Like, there was stampings on the shovels, it depended on the manufacturer, but not such a stamping like TSR 1943, and they had to make it so big that it's even visible through the carrier, so it's just simply horrible, to be honest. And also these reverts here, they're absolutely inaccurate. I will show on the original how it should really look like. Also in the other side it's horrible, and the original doesn't have this goofy silver color on them. Also the wood material, it's made some sort of laminated wood, which would be alright, but it's just simply very easy to break. So I have a personal story with my replica shovel. I went to metal detecting here in Budapest, to the nearby forest, and I found something, and I started to dig with the replica shovel, and after 3 digging moves the handle was destroyed, and I was very disappointed, to be honest. Also, these reverts on the back of the head of the shovel are false, and also the end of the handle is really how it shouldn't look like. It looks a little bit of a query, and the original should be more round. So let's see the original right now. So here's the original. This is the one shovel which I use right now for reenactment, and you can see, I hope you see the obvious differences. So for example, just to start with, also like the wood material is really good. It's still 80 years old, I know, but it's a really good condition, and I've used this shovel so much times for digging. So I know that it works the same as it worked in 1944, for example. So there's not much to say about the handle. It's really good quality. Also, if you compare the ends, what I'm talking about, that you can see the obvious difference is that it's more round and it's more like a square. I mean here for the replica. Also the reverts, here there cannot be seen that goofy silver color. Also in the back there are not even reverts in the original. The difference. And also the reverts in the back are so much different. They are a little bit smaller, and on the replica they are somehow, for some reason, huge. And also if you just compare the two, you can see this middle part here is even so much different. And also in the back part, that it has a little spike here and the original doesn't. And for the overall looking, if you just compare the two, that you can see that the original is so much different from the replica, and the replica is just nothing like the same. So to make the final conclusion about the replica shovels, I really wouldn't use them for reenactment because they break easily, they don't look alike as an original shovel. For example, the English replica, as far as I know, is even longer. I mean, the handle is so much longer than the original should be. So I would say that the shovel is something like the canteen and the mastine, so you should buy an original from it anyway, because there is no such a good replica. These replicas are fine if you just started the hobby and want to get some gear fast, but I still recommend to buy an original instantly, because it's worth it. Like, it's not that expensive. They are around 50 or 60 euros. I bought myself for 50 euros. I mean, so they are not that expensive. They double the price of a replica, but still I don't think that 50 euros are like prices which they should scare you from buying an original one. So you should really use them. If they are good condition, if they are not digged from the ground, they're absolutely a better choice than to just use a replica. So this is all I wanted to say about the replica shovels, and hope we will meet in the next video soon.